Bro, you literally cannot afford to live in fear. As a man, you cannot afford to live in fear. Everything in your life, your family, your future, everything depends on you, depends on your competence level, your ability to achieve, your ability to stay active, your ability to accomplish, to conquer. You cannot afford to live in fear. You need to take that fear, you need to cast it aside. You need to throw it into the depths, bro. You need to throw it away, bro. You cannot afford to live in fear. You need to conquer because you are a conqueror. You were made in God's image. You were made in God's image. You are supposed to be a ruler. You're supposed to be a conqueror. You're supposed to be a leader. You have been given the ability to spot deception. You have been given the ability to be masculine. You have been given the ability to provide, to lead, to produce, to create. Don't look down on yourself, bro. You are needed in this world. You are needed in this society, in this new generation, in this cooked generation. You are needed, bro. You cannot afford to be fearful. You need to be fearless. When we were young boys, we were basically conditioned in our school, whether it be in our school, whether it be at home. We were conditioned to be more sissy-like. We were conditioned to keep quiet, to not be as adventurous as we wanted to be. We were conditioned to not challenge. We were conditioned to not have frame. And I know our parents and the teachers, I know they had good intentions. We know they had good intentions. We don't blame them for that. We don't blame them. We thank them. You know, because of them, we turn out to be decent human beings. Well, most of us, we turn out to be decent human beings. But the way we were raised, we were basically conditioned to be sissies, to be yes boys, to be nice guys, if you can say that, to be afraid of conflict, to be afraid of going after what we want to go after, to be afraid, to conquer, to challenge. This is how we are naturally. We are made to conquer, to succeed, to progress, to lead, to dominate. If you look throughout history, from the beginning of time, caveman era, stone age, you can make fun of this analogy as much as you want, but it's the truth, bro. We weren't there sitting on TikTok enjoying our time, indulging in instant gratification, indulging in pleasures, indulging in lust, indulging in nonsense. No, we had to survive. We had to produce. If we were not competent, if we were not active, we'd be useless. We'd be cast out of the tribe. You cannot afford to be fearful. You need to be fearless. You need to move around in life with this thing of being fearless, not worrying, going after what you want to go after, conquering, the conquering mindset, the mindset to produce, to create, creativity. You were created to create. Shout out to my boy Mishak. You were created to create. You cannot afford to be passive. You cannot afford to let fear control you. You cannot afford to let fear control you. You need to be moving around with this thing of being fearless, not fearful. You need to do what you want to do. Do not bring yourself down. Do not disqualify yourself before you even have the opportunity to be disqualified. For example, if you want to go to a job interview, most people would just disqualify themselves. Like they'll say, oh, I don't have the qualification they're looking for, or I don't have this thing that they're looking for, or I don't have that thing that they're looking for. No, don't care, bro. Literally go and show them why you're the man. Show them why you are who you say you are. You cannot afford to be fearful. You need to be fearless. You cannot afford, bro. Everything rides on you. Everything rides on your shoulders. Everything rides on your shoulders. You are needed. Without you, we are cooked, bro. We need you. Your family needs you. As I've grown, I know I may be young, I'm still young, but I can say that I've really grown because of the experiences that I've had have allowed me to grow. They've allowed me to see things. I've seen a lot of things, bro. In my short life, I've seen a lot of things. I've learned a lot of things. And I can tell you that you cannot afford to let fear lead you, bro. You need to be fearless. You need to conquer. You need to achieve. You need to be active. You cannot be passive. You need to be competent. You need to prove to yourself why you're the man. You need to prove to yourself why you're it, why you're that guy. I know this may seem like a rambling session, but bro, I'm here to encourage you. I'm here to push you, bro. I'm here to push you. You cannot afford to carry on like this, bro. You need to keep pushing, keep it moving, keep it pushing. I've realized this, man, in my short life. I've realized it, bro. Because I used to be passive. I was always passive. I was always passive. I'll just be blown by the wind like a feather. Let life decide where I'm going here. Let life decide what I'm going to do here. No. You need to plan your days. You need to plan what you're going to do. You need to have a purpose. You need to have a goal. You need to align yourself with your purpose. You need to align yourself with your God-given purpose, with your goals. You need to set smaller goals in order to achieve those larger goals. Now I know, like, in life, it may seem like everything is out to get you. It may seem like everything is out to make you not succeed, bro. And honestly, bro, in my life, that's how it feels. It feels like everything is out to get me. It feels like everything is against me. But I'm not going to let that distract me, bro. I'm not going to let that bring me down. I used to be a fearful person. But I'm not going to let that bring me down. I'm not going to let that keep me down, bro. People can laugh at me. People can say what they want about me. Bro, at the end of this day, not at the end of this day, bro. At the end of the day, I came into this world alone. I'm going to leave this world when God decides it's the day to take us. Each and every person, even if you're married, no matter who you are going to leave alone. Two people will be in the same bed, but God will take one and he will leave the other. I came into this world alone. I do not owe anybody anything. I do not care what anybody says, bro. You need to be the same. You cannot allow these nonsense. You cannot allow nonsense to change you, to bring you down. You've got to keep pushing. You got to keep it pushing. You got to keep it moving. You need to remain active, not passive. You need to kill it out there, man. That was a short, rambling, yapping session from me. Take what I've said and really consider, consider it. Put it into practice. Consider subscribing. Consider, liking, commenting. And yeah, bro, consider the advice I've given you. And one last thing, never forget to say hi to your mom for me.